Now there is one more thing that's missing. The bottom for the cupboard to stop everything from falling onto the ground. The door goes right across the front, so it doesn't need to butt up against it. But if the floor's level with here, the bottom of the cupboard, I have to inset it so it goes across. It's much easier to lift it and make it go across and sit on top of this frame. Previously I've the bottom part of the cupboard being part of the frame, which I've not obviously done with this one. The easiest thing to do is to make a panel that sits level with these, gives maximum room as well. So it becomes a rectangle because it can fit in and line up with all of these sides. And to stop it from falling through, you use these blocks or supports, not necessarily like this, but the concept is the same. So the wood would sit on here and stop it from falling through. You need to find some wood that's thick enough. Found some interesting wood. The colours are a bit variable, but it will change when it's cleaned up. Tongue and groove. A little bit thick. This one has a nice hole in it. These ones look a bit dark together. Again, that might change colour when it's cleaned up. Size, it's almost exactly the right size. It's a bit thick. That's easily fixed. May not need the one with the hole in it. Might run them through the thicknesser and see what happens. The colour's a bit of a mismatch. Two of them. This one's a lot darker. They actually don't look too bad. I thought about using them for the top, but they're too small. That's what it would look like. Obviously, down at the bottom level. Actually, it matches quite okay. Yes, this is different, but it's meant to be different. But this part matches this part, so I might just keep going. So they'll go together, cut to width. To be done for later. The other side of this, the drawer fitting, rail will have to go in. Next is the top, so it'll be 3/4 inch top. It's quite wide, but the beams, it'll go this way. And it'll stick out about that far, so a fair amount of wood will go into that. Again, need to find some wood. This has got the nice red colour and a really smooth grain. A few holes in it, but this might be the one. You can see it gets a bit carried away. It's twisted in quite a few directions, but we might be able to fix that. You can see straight away this is twisted. It starts to kink off that way, about here. I don't want to waste that though. It gets us down to here somewhere. Still a bit wonky. Oh, it goes this way, doesn't it? How long's this? Okay. That bit's relatively straight and that bit's sort of straight. Maybe that's the way to do this. I'll add a bit of extra. 40 and a bit. So it's on the not exactly straight, is it? It's going to be quite fun to straighten it. honest. Hang on. Do that, we're left with 3 inches. There's only 5 beams. No, well, that was 6. Okay. End. The straightening process. See, I need to take out the lump. I can't use the table saw because it'll reference this edge, which means it'll bow out and then just cut a similar thing. I don't think I can use the thicknesser because my planing part that keeps the wood up level isn't long enough, so it will follow the curve. If I had the old one, which had a bed about that long, it would actually take the top off that. So it looks like the only way is to either cut it off with a handsaw, or I have to hand plane. I also just noticed it goes that way too. This might be more fun than it's worth. Guy. And the places I need to take out are roughly a little bit here, but the bulk of it perhaps from here to here. I'll just take that off. Let's see what happens. Planed, it's a German style plane, horn plane or something it's called. You can see it's incredibly old. What I've done is the blade that's in here is curved rather than being a flat blade. It's got a fair amount of curvature in it, which is designed for hacking wood. And you can see that it's old by the thickness as well. This would have been a lot thicker in its day. It's been used for well over 100 years. And that curvy blade means I'm only contacting a smaller amount, which will rip a lot of the wood off quicker. It's working much better than I expected. Sitting up a long way, 40 inches, unfortunately gets me to here, but I only need 2 20s. So if I focus on, I need 20 and a half. It's easier to fix. So I cut it in half. I can just concentrate on levelling that bit and levelling that bit rather than getting it all the same. That will also save a little bit of wood. Okay, using this reference face again. This is way high. I could use the table saw just to cut down that, but I won't. This thing goes pretty quickly. This one. getting there. It's one last side. To the low spot. It looks like we have some twist, which would explain the strange readings. That's a different technique to get out. Trip through the table saw. Too bad. And that's the red colour that'll come up after they've been planed. I need another, what did I say I need? 20, 16, 15. These are the pieces for the top. Roughly the same height, just need to figure out which side. The colours and this crap off. We'll simulate the finish with this wax and grease remover. Ready tint. Okay, that's what it would look like. You can see the different colours and the way it comes together. The draw is not cut to size, it needs to come down a little bit. Use the top, small bevel on the edges. Possibly go a little bit more top. Just do it more. It is finished. A little bit of interesting marks. Bits in between. The front edge is clean, sides are clean. Ready to go on. I've changed the design on the draw supports. I just had a piece glued in, but I'm not happy with that. So changed it to have a two mounting system. So this will go in between. We'll have a block underneath that will screw in. These will sit in and screw in underneath that as well. As to the top label. Need to be glued into the case, but that happens at the end. The next step is to glue the sides together. Before that, I want to plane the inside edges because I won't be able to get to those. Thinking about which finish to use. I'm going to use wax because it's not going to be used in an area that's high traffic, food or anything like that. Wax produces a good finish, smells nice, and easy to reapply if it needs to happen. Because I don't have a drying time, it's easier to work with. I'll do a test glue, see how it hangs together. Get the alignment and also to test the glue process. And just put the second panel together. Need to attach the draw rails, glue it together because they need to, not just glued. So the rails go and line up with the cross piece, and the rail slots in here. I've been thinking about how to attach this. What I'm going to do is glue it here, not to the back, and then provide some support blocks, and then it'll glue into that as well. So I'll cut up these spaces so I can get that right and consistent, and then these little blocks glue underneath there. I can't drill into there anymore because I put it together, but I needed to put it together to get the spacing right. So what I'm going to do instead is get some nails to give it some vertical strength. I mean, the glue will do all the work, but there's just a little bit of stuff to hold it. So these will go into the wood, which will then turn this into a two-sided nail. To drill this hole, I'm going to use a tiny drill. And the reason for the little hand drill is it gives me a bit more control. And works like a treat. Everything's been planed and hidden, semi-hidden surfaces have all been waxed. Those on the inside just to make life a bit easier later. Next thing to do is to do a test construction. And then from there, the glue up. Part of the test effort is to figure out how it all goes together, what clamps are needed, where they go, to make sure that it's square and also that the sequence is right so that the panels are round the right way, and there's not a lot of time gluing up and there's quite a few things to glue. Last stage of gluing up.